What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the December 2nd episode of Sunday Radio. I am your host, Thalmor, coming to you live from a mountain castle deep in the Himalayas. And I am here to tell you that the sky is green and grass is blue. And if you don't believe me, that's just fake news. This is I got something to share with you guys, which is um this is actually a sponsored show. And this is the first sponsored show I had in a while. But there is a new server called uh Aeolus Airwaves. Aeolus Airwaves. Let's just call it Airwaves, because that's easier. And they are a music channel, so they play music. So you know how some people like to go into a Discord voice chat and just use the bot to play music? Well, they do that. And they're having an event, I believe, the 19th, or maybe it's 23rd. They're having an event soon, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think they're going to try to make some politics and war music too. So go check them out. Join them. Go check them out. Sounds like they're doing some cool community stuff. I invited someone from the server to come on and talk about it, but I think they were all busy, so that did not happen. But go see them because I think that's cool. I always I've said it before and I'll say it again. Uh, the the proof of life of the community is when people are making art about it. Like, for example, all the memes made at politics and war events, that's proof of life. When I said that it was hard to make a Santa Claus hat edit of my profile picture, some of you guys made one. So that is where that is. Whit Perkins, hi everyone, first time listener. Well, hello, Whit. Welcome to the show. Bunny Sebs, what's their deal? What do they do? Thammer, why should I join? They are really big on music and they're having an event on the 19th. And I think they're going to be playing they're going to make some politics and war music. So it sounds pretty cool. You should join because it's the cool thing to do. And the deal they made with me wasn't even a deal. They just kidnapped my family and held them at gunpoint and said that for me to get them back, I have to advertise them. Why do you think I'm in a castle in the Himalayas? It's not. Why would a Kentucky boy go to the Himalayas, guys? Okay, I'm doing this show on my phone right now. I don't even know if I'm going to have internet in a few minutes because I'm walking through these mountains. It's cold. Okay, the mountain's going to block the signal. I might go quiet soon. You know, what do you think that phone call was about earlier? It was another coordinate drop for me to find my family, okay? It's hard fucking work out here. My shoes are falling apart. But however, let me finish the show. So I had an interesting Thursday, and I'm gonna talk about this Thursday. So my sleep is really fucked up, you guys. And I went to bed at like 7 a.m. Thursday morning, right? It's really fucked up. And I woke up at 10 to a phone call. And it was someone saying, "We've kidnapped your family." No, it was actually my mom. And my mom said, "Hey, the pharmacy is fucking up mine and your stepdad's orders. We have to go to the doctor's office and the orthopedic place to get copies of the orders and send it to the pharmacy so they will unfuck the situation. And I want you to go with me." So I said, "Okay, I will." So did I even take a shower? I don't know. I didn't even take a wait. No, I didn't. Wait, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. What am I talking about? Yeah, I did. I took a shower. I'm really, guys, I'm really out of it. I'm really tired. So I got my clothes on. We left. And so we had a couple stops to make. Where did we go first? we went to the orthopedic place first, I think to figure out what information they needed. Yeah, that is right. So we went there and yeah, they copied off the order. So my mom needs a brace, guys. She needs a walking brace because she has some foot drop because she actually had a stroke earlier this year, not that long ago. She's okay. She's okay. It's just that her left foot is kind of sus and doesn't want to work and just a little bit of trouble walking. But she's okay, don't worry. And um, we was trying to get her a brace. So we went to the orthopedic place and we got this slip of paper that was basically an order for the brace. It just needed a signature from the doctor. And somewhere along the line, either at the doctor's office or the pharmacy wasn't getting the signature right. So we got the order from the orthopedic place, went to my mom's doctor, and we went in there and we were like, hey, the doctor needs to sign this. And they were like, well, the doctor's in Iraq because he's from Iraq and he flew there for Christmas. So this fucking doctor is on the who we need a signature from is on the other fucking side of the world. So that wasn't going to work. But thankfully, apparently, he did sign the paper in a chart, so we got what we needed anyways. They made a copy of it, and we had it. So now we had these two papers, and we also got what we needed for my stepdad. So we left the orthopedic place. We left the doctor's office to go back to the orthopedic place, and so my mom needs this roller thing because of her foot drop, and also her balance is a little messed up. So oftentimes my mom goes out and she's gonna walk a lot. She'll use this mobility scooter thing with like a seat on it. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. So I'm loading it. I'm getting it out for her. My door's open. The two papers we need with the doctor's signature are on the dash. My mom opens up her door. Well, guess what? It's windy. You know what that means? I get my mom's like rolly thing out. Those fucking papers go flying. They go flying. I grab one. I go to get the second one. The second one's in the road. This is a 2-lane, one-way road. This paper's right in the middle of it, and there are cars coming. I try to get it. I can't. It takes off down the road. This paper is gone. And guess what? It's the paper with the doctor's signature on it for the order for my mom's brace. So we get back in the car and we have to go back to the doctor's office. So we're going to the doctor's office, and as we make a turn to leave the one-way road to go back, we see a paper in this guy's front lawn. I get out. It's the paper I was looking for. The wind knocked this paper like half a mile down the road, and I just managed to find it. Not funny, didn't laugh. It's not funny, you're right. So we went back to the orthopedic place, dropped off the paper, and then my mom had an appointment there a couple hours later. So we went to this fucking orthopedic place 4 times in the same day. And then I went to eat at O'Charlie's, and then I dropped my wallet, and all my shit in my wallet spilt everywhere because it's a metal wallet that's awkward and weird and gay. And then after I ate at O'Charlie's, I left my glasses on the table and almost left without them. And the waitress ran out to find us to give me back my glasses. So Thursday morning was pretty crazy, you guys, but that's okay. It all worked out. So that's all for that. Now let's talk about serious stuff. George / Azazel moved his show here, and they had their first episode last Sunday. It's the Sunday show, and it's going to be at 9 p.m. every Sunday. So same time as my show, same location. Only difference is it's on a Sunday. Right Honorable, the leader of the Commonwealth, was his first guest, and the recording of that episode is on YouTube. And I was very pleased with it. I think like 40 people came out to listen to him. So I was very glad to see the regulars of this server all show up for his show. And I think that's really cool. I'm happy that we're like a cohesive thing, that you guys are really into the content being pushed out here. So thank you guys for coming out for George's first show. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the future with all that. And thank you, George, for moving a show here, or Azazel, whatever you want to call him. I think his name in this server is Hazelnut or something. So that is all good. Okay, so that's enough bullshit. Let's talk about the game now. After 12 minutes of nothing, let's talk about the game. I declared 5 offensive wars. I beiged 3 of them, got beiged by the other 2. I actually got bamboozled by my last target because I was going to sit on him or her. It was a her, I'm pretty sure. And she navaled me, and I thought she was going to naval beige me, so I burned the rest of her resistance down to like 2, trying to do as much damage before she beiged me. But she didn't beige me. She nuked me and then beiged me like a day later. So she completely bamboozled me. I completely let her rebuild military. Very cringe for me, but that's okay. And I don't know what to do anymore because Mystery Oasis has all their slots filled. So I can't do anything to them anymore. Guys, like, if you're fighting in the war, is Mystery and Oasis doing anything? I kind of expected like a counter blitz of some kind, but nothing really happened. I don't know. They're pretty badly outnumbered. Well, they're not outnumbered, but it's about even. Maybe they're slightly outnumbered. I don't remember. But I don't know. So kind of a boring war so far. Thank you. Thank you, Borg. I will get to them later, although by later they will probably have their slots filled. So that's what's going on with that. It's been an okay war so far. I kind of clobbered all my targets. Our coalition is way ahead in net damages. It's been okay. It hasn't been a very fun war. Look, these one-sided like death matches, they're not the most fun. They're really not. They're okay, but they're not the best. You know, I like destroying pixels, but when it's so even like this, there's not a whole lot of excitement. But I don't know. We'll see. I guess there's still time for Mystery and Oasis to like do some kind of comeback. So that's where that is with them. So there was a chat. Let's see if I can find it. Where was it? So Rimsky asked in Hand of Fate chat, is Polaris still a thing? Horsecock said, I think so, but who the fuck knows? And I said, oh my gosh, is it? I've heard nothing from Polaris in forever. So within the United States, within the justice system, there's a concept of you know, for the state to criminally punish someone, they must be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And reasonable doubt, that doesn't mean they need to be punished beyond all doubt, just that, you know, it has to look, someone has to look pretty fucking guilty for them to be convicted. And honestly, without using in-game information, can anyone really prove to me that Polaris still exists? I do not think that unless you show me their alliance page, I do not think you can prove Polaris' existence beyond a reasonable doubt anymore. I don't know if they still exist. I really don't. Without leaking their alliance page, can anyone prove they still exist beyond a reasonable doubt? Because I don't think it's possible. I think Polaris is so inactive and so quiet and like so dead. I don't think it's possible. Without using their alliance page kills bot, without in-game stuff, can you prove they still exist? I don't think it's possible. So, how can you prove anyone exists? You can use stat pages. You can use government members talking in public. You can use lots of things. Bedmont, I can't. Behemoth, Hotsville, I am Imperial Officer and Polaris. Yes, we still exist. Okay, that's some evidence. Ultra Embassy for Polaris. Okay, so there is some evidence of Polaris still might exist. So that's good. I don't know if it breaches beyond reasonable doubt, but I'm happy to see that there is some evidence. So that is good, I guess. I don't know if it's good that Polaris still exists, but it's good that it's possible to make the case that Polaris might still exist. So I was listening to TikTok, right? I was watching TikToks, and guys, I have to admit my vice here. Okay, TikTok does have video. I'll be scrolling through my news feed, and every once in a while, I see a video on TikTok of some cute white girl shaking her ass to some song, right? And one of these videos popped up, and the song was really good. And I tried to look up the song, and the song. Let me pull up my Spotify. What was it called? I promise I'm going somewhere with this, and it is politics and war related. It was nope. That's not Spotify. That's Discord. The song was nope. Wasn't that? Oh man, why is Spotify? The song in this video was Miss the Rage, except it wasn't Miss the Rage. It was a different song. It was a remix of Miss the Rage with this other song. But Miss the Rage on Spotify has a line in it that says, "Can't see a damn thing if it ain't guac." I will type out this line. I will admit, I am not black. I do not know what is hip and trendy with the black community. I don't know what guac is. When the line in Mr. Rage says, "Can't see a damn thing if it ain't guac," I don't know what that means. But when I first heard this line, I thought it said, "Can't see a damn thing for this WAP." And WAP, as we all know, thanks to Cardi B, is a wet ass pussy. So I thought the line was, "Can't see a damn thing for that WAP." That resonated with me. That hit me hard. I wanted to make that my national motto in politics and war. So I tried to do so. And you know what happened? I got an error message that said I can't make that my national motto because it's 32 characters. That's the limit. Can't see a damn thing for that WAP is 34 characters. 2 characters killed me, and I could not stand for this. I really wanted this to be my national motto. So you know what I did? I visited Sheepy's house and I gave him a big old kiss. Except I didn't do that. Instead, I went to the game suggestions subform and I made a thread. And this was my thread. And thank you to all those who said something in it or upvoted it. In the thread, I explained my motivation. I gave examples of real life national mottos having. First off, the concept of a national motto seems nerdy as hell. Like in real life, that seems weird. Like, oh man, I wonder what the national motto of Uruguay is. But anyways, Albania and Liberia, they have national mottos longer than 32 characters. I gave a roleplay justification for increasing the character limit from 32 to 64. I also explained that I thought it'd be an easy change to do, which I was right because it happened just after a couple days. I believe the update happened yesterday. So 2 days after I made my thread, it got updated. Pin Pico, as the lyrics say, guac is spelled Guac, not with the P. Every lyric I can find for this song has it with the C. So I don't know what guac is. Maybe it's guacamole. I don't know. But thank you to Alex or whoever for updating the national motto stuff so I could make my national motto trashy and vulgar. I really, really appreciate it. I thought that was cool. Okay, now one serious topic. Now, okay, thank you guys for listening to me vomit my schizo nonsense for the past half hour. Now it's time to actually get a little serious. So, Isjaki made a thread. I need to find. I forgot. Was it in? No, it wasn't in Alliance Affairs. It was in Orbis Central. And where is it? Oh fucking hell! It was maybe it was in Alliance Affairs. It was Isjaki's thread about how like it was the standard mini spheres is dead nonsense that I disagreed with, and now my web browser has crashed. Okay, it was an alliance. The thread is why we can't have nice things, and it's in Alliance Affairs. And what Isjaki basically says is, and I'm paraphrasing very badly because I didn't even read his full thread, but basically, my takeaway. Thank you guys for posting in the chat. My takeaway was that he was saying that Lord Tyrion's behavior is proof that like mini spheres is not possible because people are always just going to group defensively, and because of that, these dynamic, interesting one-on-one wars is not possible. As such, mini spheres is dead. Oh no! And I disagreed. I made a post myself, I think, on the second page of the thread, in which I explained why I think mini spheres is still very much alive. And honestly, Ishaki's thread to me seemed less about minispheres and seemed more like a call out thread against Lord Tyrion. And look, if you want to criticize Lord Tyrion for how he politically handled this stuff, that's fine. But like, just criticize him. Don't make it about minispheres. And so, like, it seemed like to me, Isjaki was painting Lord Tyrion as this super powerful guy who could just change and destroy the meta, which isn't true. I mean, Lord Tyrion does contain a lot of influence politically in character within Oasis, but like, I don't know. I just didn't like the tone of the thread. It seemed a bit whiny to me. He didn't say so much that it was dead, so much that it wasn't possible within the variations how the idea is interpreted. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Lysander. Remember, I'm retarded. The 5G's melted my brain. I don't know anything. But for all the complaints you want to say about, how these wars play out, like, there's still way more interest. Politics is still way more interesting today than, the earlier years of the game's history. Okay, who saw this war happening? If Rose gets involved, if TKR gets involved, who sees that happening? And if it does happen, hypothetically, how would you like? We could. Things are so flexible and interesting right now, and I think that's great. I think politics can play out in a lot of different ways, and I just don't see. I just don't see a problem. I'm very happy with what the game is. I don't think things can change much anymore. We have 6 blocks plus a few small blocks like crap in Nexus. Um, I I think it's done though. I think 6 blocks is the best we're going to be able to do because just the number of players and everything, I really cannot see much else happening unless a lot more people join the game. So 6 blocks is probably as good as it's going to get for a while, but I still like it. Did you hear that Oasis is shrinking post where I did not hear that? Delta 2. Thank you, Random. I forgot about Delta. Clock homogeny should break up. That is bait, I believe. I am not going to respond to that. Oh, look, it's another Prairie Piper meme. It's not like we that meme's overdone. That meme needs to be done more creatively. I'm sick of Piper Prairie memes. But all right, it's 9:30. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, Toxic is in. Oh, you're here in Clock. I thought you were in. I thought you was somewhere in the Immortals in that area. Huh? Where are you? Oh, you're in Aurora. That is right. You are. You probably were in Oasis or something. I don't even know who my allies are, ladies and gentlemen. You know this is the place to go for the latest politics. And I think that's it. I'm happy with Mini Spheres. The war is fine. I brought on a small game change, and I'm not sure players exist. That sums up this past week pretty well. Final call: politics and war. Any last topics I need to go over before I talk about nonsense? The war is fine for me, Bunyip. I think the war is fine. I've hurt people, and that's always good. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Martin. Yeah, Murky Mo recently partially nuked Pit, fully destroyed OCN. Yeah, I heard about that. I instructed Kills Bob to ban Murky Mo. Murky Mo is not a part of this server, so you can't ban him conventionally. But I instructed Kills Bob to figure. I know it's possible. I just didn't know how. I instructed Kills Bob to find out how, and he did it. So Murky Mo is banned. So, uh, which I think the problem is that like Murky Mo had admin perms. I think and I would never like I'm pretty careful with who I give admin perms to on the like even Azazel doesn't have admin perms right now. So and he's a show host. But I still ban him anyways because I take the server seriously and I don't want anyone to fuck with it. So he didn't have admin in Pit. Well, good thing that he's gone. Blue roll Thalmor. I don't know what you mean by that exactly, unless you were asking for the blue roll. Alex PNW. Wait, what? Alex is banned from here. How can you ping him? Wait a minute. Wait just a damn minute here. Nope, he's banned from here. Wait, how are you able to ping him? That's weird. You can copy the image. Okay, gotcha. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I will be pinning. That could be useful in the future. I'm pinning that. Thank you, Big Borg. Big Borg, acting in the security interests of Thalmoria. Thank you. Um, and Alex is banned from here, by the way. He is still banned. He will remain banned indefinitely. So once again, final call, politics and war. Any last topics I need to go over before I talk about probably some dumb real life stuff? Because if not, I think that might be it. I do not think Justinian can make it. I'm sorry, guys. I really did want Justinian to be here, but he fucked up with what was. He was just wrong. He thought the show was at a different time, and so he can't make it apparently. So we might do a bonus show tomorrow with him as a guest. We might do Royal Orbis Radio next week. We'll see. Congrats, Kills Bob, on doing almost 750 million in damage. That's pretty good. I don't know how I've done. I think I've performed average for myself. Because usually in a war in recent times, it's the same 4 people who like do the same amount of damage in KT. Horsecock, me, Dryad, and Dennison, and that was the case in this war too. You need to guess on to replace him, Thalmor. What you doing? I don't know. We'll see. I'm happy with it just being me. I think that's it. I got nothing else. I'll talk about some dumb real life stuff. Actually, I don't even have any dumb real life stuff. Nothing's happened this week. Okay, guys. Did anything happen in real life that was interesting this past week? Congrats, Deacon. It's very good that you woke up. The tornadoes. Was that this past week? The tornadoes? So I can definitely talk about that. Wait, in what room was it? Announcements? When did I do my? It was. That was Saturday. Oh yeah, I can talk about the tornadoes. So Kentucky got fucked really hard. There was this supercell storm that spanned from like fucking Indiana to Arkansas. It was massive. Like on the Doppler radar, it just looked like this big giant gash running through the United States. And Western Kentucky, yeah, exactly. CCT overnight my last show. So guys, let me tell you something. I was the comfiest boy. Friday night after the show, it was warm out. It was cool enough that I was still comfortable with my sweater, but it was warm enough that it just wasn't cold. I opened up my kitchen windows. I opened up the sliding glass door, the sliding glass back door to just the screen. So I had all this wind blowing through my house. It was so comfy. Um, the prosecutor in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, Binger, he did an interview, and Nick Rekieta and his panel of attorneys, they were doing commentary on that interview, and they were dunking on him really hard, and they were like all halfway drunk, so it was really funny. And so I was listening to that. That was comfy. I was playing a video game, guys. And I love Friday. I love Fridays because they're my comfy days. Because a Friday, I got the whole weekend ahead of me. They're comfy, right? And so I'm having a good time. I'm playing Earth Defense Force 4.1. I'm listening to this funny, informative video. I got this nice breeze running through the house, and don't you know, things get a little rough because all of a sudden my phone goes off. It was loud. Tornado warning in effect for your area until fucking 3:50 a.m. So it's like, oh shit, that's not good. And so I'm checking out the tornado warning, and don't you know, it happens. The tornado sirens start going off. Oh man, I went from being comfy to 30% panicked in like 3 minutes. So that wasn't good. So I got my wallet, I got my phone, I got my power bank and a charger, and I go next door to my mom's house, which is halfway underground anyways. And so I'm chilling out. I eventually come back to get my laptop, and like I'm watching the news, right? And the news shows, and you guys can look through the announcements tab to see my commentary on this. But the storm's coming, and on the weather on the news, they do a cone to show where the storm is going and where the tornado warning is in effect for. And my house is dead center in that cone. It's looking rough, ladies and gentlemen. So eventually the storm hits, the power stays on, the Wi-Fi and the satellite television goes in and out. Power stays on though, flickers I think once, but that's fine. And then on the news they say, "Oh, in Mayfield, Kentucky, 50 people are dead." And it's like, what the fuck? Like a really bad storm, no one dies, right? So for this storm to kill 50 people, that's crazy. There were some photos of the courthouse in Mayfield, fucking just annihilated, man. Like most of it was gone, I think. And it's like those things are built pretty tough. I know my local courthouse has stickers all around it that says, "Hey, storm shelter, storm shelter." So the candle factory and the Amazon's thing, that was very fucked because employees at both were like, "Hey, this storm's kind of bad. Can we go home?" And at both locations, the managers were like, "No, you have to keep. Sorry, wagey, stay in your KG. You have to keep working." And so that's pretty fucked up. And I think people died at both locations. So um, they have blood on their hands. That's cool. Um, my county, like there was organization among my community, like they were trying to send stuff out west. My county actually donated some police cruisers. I think the Kentucky Libertarian Party was putting together a truck full of supplies and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we'll see what happens with all that. um but yeah, I mean, pretty crazy. Now everyone I know is fine, and everything I own is also fine. Our house wasn't damaged. Um, if you go through the announcements, I did panic a little bit though because I was I was I was trying to be really quick when I went to my house and was leaving my house. I did not shut my windows. So through this really like intense storm, the rain came right through the windows and the back door and got water all over the inside. So when I came back at like 6 a.m. after the storm had mostly passed, I got some towels. I cleaned up the water. It was a little sketchy at the back door because against the back sliding door is a desk, and there's a bunch of like old electronics and like modems and shit plugged in. So I had to unplug a few things because I was like, I want to clean up the water, but not with everything turned on. So I unplugged all that shit. As far as I know, it all still works, but it's all old anyways. And the cleanup wasn't too bad. And one of my cats was hiding under the entertainment center, so that was pretty funny. I know this not as based as his father, but some kind of base. Rand Paul was out there. Yeah, and Biden was also out there, and I think there were some people who drove by and said, "Let's go, Brandon," as he was visiting. So that's pretty funny. Uh, and I think that's it for that. Oh, there's an airport like 20 minutes away that got fucked pretty bad. Like 6, 7 planes got destroyed, and like I think a structure or two fell, and nearby houses got the roofs torn off or shingles damaged. A tornado did touch down, I think, at that airport, which is really bad because that airport is a stone's throw away from a gas pipeline compression station. And like, if that thing blew up, it would, like, even though it's like 20 minutes away, it would probably kill me. Because I know this one guy who was talking about. He said that if there was a gas line explosion back in 2019, like a couple miles away from my house, and it looked like a nuclear bomb went off. How bright it was and everything. But I asked him about the gas, the pipeline compressor station, and he said that if that thing blew up, it would take out half the county with it. So that's pretty cool. Rip Amash. Yeah, Rip. I don't know. Amash is kind of dumb, and he's not based. He has cringe opinions. Thomas Massey. Look up Thomas Massey, Scott. He actually is based. I don't like Amash though. Amash doesn't fundamentally understand. Amash doesn't fully understand that the woke progressives are fundamentally evil and are trying to win. He like I don't think he doesn't understand that there's a culture war going on and that the other side intends to win it at all costs. His interview with Michael Malice, I think earlier this year or last year, is a great example of that. I think that's it. I didn't know Massey voted those away. What was funny was that at the beginning of COVID, Thomas Massey did an interview. I think it was with Michael Malice. Yeah, that was early this year. And at the beginning of COVID last year, there was Congress was trying to pass a spending bill, and Thomas Massey said, "Well, he was the only congressman who said, well, if we're going to be spending this much money, we should all vote on it." And like basically, and everyone in Congress shouted him for it. And um, when Thomas Massey was giving an interview earlier this year with Michael Malice, Thomas Massey said that as this was going on last year, he kept getting a call on his cell phone from like this very specific number, and this specific number, I forgot what it was. I think it's like a bunch of ones or a bunch of, I don't know, but it's basically like the presidential. It's like the presidential phone line at the White House, and President Trump was personally calling up Thomas Massey to insult him, and that was really funny. So I thought that was funny. But I like Thomas Massey. I think he's also like he's starting to talk about like secession and stuff. So he's a pretty cool guy. I like him, and so I'm proud of Kentucky. We have both Thomas Massey and we have Rand Paul. I think that's pretty decent. I'm proud of the bluegrass. All right, I think that's it. I don't think Justinian is coming, and honestly, if he did, it's kind of too late anyways, because a lot of people already dipped out. So I think we're done. Final call, real life. Polaris Thalmor. Any last things I need to go over? Do you do sponsorship stuff? If someone wants to advertise something, they should reach out to me, and we'll see if we can work something out. There is no Subway update. The one Subway girl, I haven't seen her in a couple weeks. The other one I'm seeing a lot more now though. And I finally I was able to talk to her a whole lot because the other girl would always like get my attention and like wouldn't leave me alone. But Subway Girl 2, she's nice, and every time I leave, she waves bye to me and says bye before I even say anything. There are two Subway girls, and it's like an anime girl subplot. Okay, so there's two Subway girls, and Subway Girl 1 is a motor mouth who just does not shut up. And the second one is a lot more quieter and meek. And Subway Girl 2 has been way more friendlier to me and with me ever since Subway Girl 1 has been out of the picture. So I think Subway Girl 1 would like bully Subway Girl 2 to not get Subway Girl 2 to talk to me. So it's like this weird anime love triangle. So I don't know. Now, guys, I have to be honest here, because this has come up a few times, and I know the answer now. Guys, I'm sorry, but Subway Girl 1, she has a boyfriend, but that's not the big problem. The big problem is she is only 16. So I cannot have anything to do with her besides her making my sandwich. So I can't, there's nothing can happen there. Subway Girl 2 is 18. The nice quiet one is 18. So that one's fine. But Subway Girl is 16. Subway Girl 1 is 16. So nothing can happen there. So I finally figured it. What did I do? I think I finally just asked. I was like, hey, so like, are you still like, are you in school? Oh, I'm in high school. Oh, like, what grade? Oh, okay, gotcha. So can't do anything now. Bunny Yip says something interesting. Unfortunately, the law got in the way this time, Thali. So 16 is legal in Kentucky, but that's okay. I will not be cringe. I will wait until she's 18 or older. So don't worry. Everything is fully ethical here, but technically it's not against the law. But let's be real. If you have to bring out the, well, technically it's not a legal argument, you've already lost. So I understand. Yeah, Subway Girl 2 is right there. So there we go. So you'll just groom instead. Subway. Oh, there you go, Deacon. Subway woman and Subway girl. There you go. That's the distinction. Don't tell her she's number 2. All right. So I think that's that. Um, that's a Subway Girl update. Number 1, Subway Girl is taken and underage. Subway Woman is, and I thought she had a boyfriend, but I don't think she does. I think I was wrong. So I'm going to I've been befriending the other employees. Like the other guys who work there all play Dungeons Dragons together. So like I'm becoming friendlier and more friendlier with all the other employees. That makes it way easier to also like go up to Subway Woman and be like, "Hey, what's your Snapchat?" So as GF. So um she showed me this picture once of like her and her brother, the brother's girlfriend, and a guy. And we were talking about like what we all did for Halloween, and um, I thought the guy next to her was her boyfriend because I saw another picture later. Yeah, because as she was swiping her phone, there were some prom pictures where she was with him too. But I asked her, but I ended up finding her Facebook because we have a couple mutuals, and there was nothing about a boyfriend there. And I ended up finding the guy's profile, and he apparently takes a lot of pictures with a lot of other girls. So I think they were just friends or something. Did you introduce yourself as the Thalmor? You know what? I should do that. Here, guys, here's how you really do it. Hey, cutie. Did you know that I play politics and war? Sploosh! Oh man, that's the line you should really use whenever you're talking to a girl. You just gotta drop the yeah. My nation ID is 125702. You would be immediately in. You would be immediately in. Up City 30. Yeah, my cock is only 3 inches, but I have 9 projects. That's 3 times the inches. So like, yeah, you should like join my alliance and you should ride in this block and we could sign a treaty. Oh yeah, let's go. But, all right, that's enough of that, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost 10 o'clock. I've been here for over an hour and it is time for me to invite her to cock block. My MMR is the only one that's gonna be full tonight. All right, so let me fill you up like a filthy alliance bank. All right, I'm done. That's all that's going on. I'm sorry Justinian couldn't be here. I wanted him to be here. Maybe we'll do a spontaneous bonus show tomorrow. Maybe we'll do something next week. But I think we are done. Did Yami leave? Hold on. Okay, I was going to ask Yami if Politics and War pickup lines would work on her, but she's gone. So it's okay, Michael. I'll ask her next. She can't. She showed up tonight. Maybe she'll show up again next week. That's what I need to ask all the PNW women. So Purple Elephant, Adrian, Yui, Yami. There's a few Rainbow. We need to ask them, would a Politics and War pickup line get you interested? Yami has a thing for ataxia. Isn't ataxia a girl? Or am I just stupid? No, okay. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know who I'm confusing him with then. But that's okay. Ataxia's big PP. Of course you would know that, Jack. Rainbow knows if you pick up PW, guys. Oh, man. You know who's... No, never mind. I was confusing people. Never mind. All right. So, we are done. Kills Bob, you can... Kills Bob, play the theme. When the theme is done, end the recording. Have a good night.
Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thalmor Radio. Yeah, he's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thalmor Radio.
Thalmor Radio.
Good night.